reaction is now pouring in by the minute. Joining us live on the phone right now is Bishop Larry Kulick with the Diocese of Greensburg. Bishop, first and foremost, thank you so much for being here with us and speaking with us. So interesting that just 2 weeks ago, you were in Rome. You saw the Pope as he was being released from the hospital and brought back to the Vatican. So hearing this news early this morning, what was your initial reaction?
Well, I think like so many people around the world, it was really one of shock. Although we knew that the Holy Father, was battling some serious illnesses, I think everyone was so amazed and so happy yesterday to see him at the Easter solemnities in Rome. And he was able to, as you know, travel around St. Peter's Square and even greeted so many, I think it was about 35,000 well-wishers there, and gave them an Easter greeting. And so I think a lot of us were thinking, wow, he's really improving and really pushing himself. And I think everyone was sort of happy to see that. And so I think it came as a shock to many of us.
Bishop, in your experiences of being in his presence, how would you describe the feeling of being with this man?
I think probably the word that I would use, and I'm sure many have used, is he was extremely pastoral. At the heart, he was a pastor in his approach to people, in his administration, even in much of his teachings. He stressed to us as bishops, he stressed to all of the people, the faithful, how important it was to meet people where they were, to accompany them. That was a term he used so often. And I would say that that was extremely consistent, whether you read his works, whether you listened to him, or whether you were in his presence. He was always one who wanted to listen, and he also always wanted to hear. I remember a couple of years ago, when we were in a new bishop school, when all the new bishops came in, he met with us for over an hour and spent time and was very patient. And one of the first thing he said is, please feel free to tell me what you think. I want to hear you. I want to listen to you. And I think he was not only modeling that for us, but also reminding us of how important that is.
Bishop Kulick, I can't help but think about the timing of his passing. In the Catholic Church, Easter is so very important. We know how sick he was leading up to Easter, and then the day after, we're getting this news. Talk about just, that timing, and in a way, really very poetic.
Oh, very much so. Well, again, what the Holy Father always said was, we have to witness to our faith. And I just couldn't help but think about that. He witnessed that faith, almost walking, as we think with Holy Week, with the footsteps of Jesus, carrying this cross of his own infirmity, but not allowing that cross to defeat him, which was, I think, so apparent as he was making appearances throughout the sacred Triduum liturgies and Holy Thursday, Good Friday. He was making appearances and showing his presence and walking, not only walking with us, but in a sense, I think, walking with Christ on his passion. And so as we celebrate Easter, the Easter season now, it's quite, if I may use the word poetic, but I think very symbolic of what it really means, what our faith means. Carrying the cross leads to the glory of resurrection.
Yeah, and I think his humanity extends way beyond the Catholic faithful in this world. And Bishop Larry Kulick from the Diocese of Greensburg, we appreciate you joining us this morning. Can we talk to you again next hour? Would that be all right?
That would be wonderful. Okay. I would be happy to.
Let's
Thank
plan
you for
on it.
allowing me this opportunity.
Absolutely.
Thank you for joining us. All right, we'll talk to you in about an hour.